how to boost your tryptophan to improve the quality of your sleep. That's what we're going to go over in today's training. Tryptophan is one of 5 nutrients that if you're deficient of, then it can cause insomnia, the lack of the ability to fall asleep, the decreased ability of staying asleep. So basically, poor quality of sleep. Nutrient deficiency can contribute to your insomnia. So we're going to go over what are some of the safe ways that you can boost your tryptophan without all the side effects, because there are side effects, right? So let's jump in. So this is a continuation of part 1 of nutrients, the 5 nutrients that can affect your sleep. And so this is just a brief overview. Today, we're going to be training over this tryptophan. So there's 5 main nutrients that can disrupt your sleep. Today, we're going to talk about tryptophan, which is an essential amino acid. Essential amino acid means we humans have to get it through our diet. Our bodies do not make it. Okay. So the question is, how do I boost my tryptophan? Many of the people, if you're going to, holistic practitioners, functional medicine practitioners, acupuncturists, chiropractors, they may say, oh, take a supplement of tryptophan. Or maybe you may see it online all over social media. It's like, oh, you just need to take this supplement and it will help you improve your sleep. It will help boost your tryptophan and therefore help you sleep better. And I'm going to go over, is that really safe? Okay. And then I'm going to go over what do we do at Achieve Integrative Health, the safe way to boost your tryptophan without the side effects. So let's get right into it. So tryptophan, again, it's an essential amino acid. Where can we find it in foods? Because really, if you want a permanent solution, you want to actually fix the problem. You want to get it from foods, and I'll explain more as to why that is the case. But let's go over what is the recommended daily allowance. That's what RDA stands for tryptophan, the essential amino acid our body needs. Well, it's 4 milligrams per kilogram per day. That's the calculation you can use. So what is an example? An example is if a adult that weighs 154 pounds, that's roughly 70 kilograms, they would need 280 milligrams of tryptophan per day in order to have good quality sleep. Okay. Now, let me preface this. Tryptophan is not the only nutrient. So you may boost your tryptophan and you may find out, oh, my sleep is still not good, right? Well, then remember, there's 5 other nutrients that you could be missing. Today, we're only training on tryptophan. Okay, so many studies. For those of y'all who like research, research studies, there's many studies, okay, not just one, that have shown that if you take 1 gram to 5 grams, okay, 1 gram equals 1,000 milligrams. So this number, 280, it's milligrams per day. Okay, 1 gram would equate to 1,000 milligrams to 5,000 milligrams per day. But research shows that 1 gram to 5 grams or 1,000 milligrams to 5,000 milligrams per day of pure L-tryptophan in a supplement taken 30 to 60 minutes before bedtime, it can reduce your time to fall asleep, it'll help you fall asleep faster. It'll increase your REM sleep, increase your deep sleep, the more healing sleep. You will have a better mood upon waking. So that's what the research shows. Okay. I'm going to go over what the clinical, and more specifically, our clinical and at Achieve Integrative Health, what do we see in our patients today, every day? Okay. Not some study that was done 20 years ago. We're doing clinical studies every single day with our patients, thousands of patients. Okay. So let's go into, you got to ask yourself this question. Do you want a long-term solution or do you want a short-term solution? All right. Long-term solution is a solution that is sustainable and a solution that the effects are long-lasting. Excuse me. That are long-lasting, right? So what does that mean? You can take a supplement, like you can take this supplement up here. You can get an L-tryptophan supplement, and it can help you improve your quality of sleep, all right? But it could be just for a day. And then once you stop that supplement, your insomnia comes right back. That's a short-term result. Long-term result is you do something, you execute a treatment, a therapy, or something, you take action for something, and your sleep stays good. It stays great. You need to ask yourself that question. Okay. Most people, I would say, we see more than probably 80 to 90% of people, they reach for the supplement. Why? Because it's easy. It's easy. You don't need to change anything about what you're doing. All the bad habits, the sleeping habits, the eating habits, you don't need to change any of that. You take a supplement and you sleep better. The problem is that supplement, even if it works, the L-tryptophan, even if it works in the beginning, it will stop working. Okay, because your body gets used to it. So let me go over what we do. If you want a long-term solution, you want to actually fix the root cause of your insomnia, this is what we do in our clinic. Okay, and that's what this training is all about. We teach our patients to get all of their nutrients from food. I know there's a lot of holistic practitioners saying that the food is no longer good. It's not the same as it was 50 years ago, and that's all true. The nutrients in the foods are not as dense. They're not as abundant as they were before. That is all true. But that still does not make it where we cannot get our nutrients from our food. It does not mean we have to take supplements to get our nutrients. Okay, that at least this is not what I'm not saying that those practitioners are wrong. I am just saying this is what we do in our clinic, my team, how we advise our patients, and how we get phenomenal results. We always teach our patients to get their nutrients, essential amino acids, through their food. Now, I'm going to break the food into two categories. We've got the animal-based, okay, which most people love, and then we got the plant-based. This is per 1,000 grams of each food. So you can see turkey breasts will provide 100 grams of turkey breast will provide 404 milligrams of tryptophan, right? So if you look at, remember the RDA for this 154-pound adult, they only need 280 milligrams per day. So 100 grams serving of turkey breast would automatically, just one time a day, would meet this requirement for this adult right up here, right? So you can see animal-based protein, they have a lot of tryptophan. Chicken breast has a lot, salmon, tuna, pork chops, sirloin, eggs, right? And then here's some of y'all, especially here in the US, if you remember when you were a kid, your mom would probably heat up some milk before you go to sleep, and it would help you sleep better, right? Why is that? Well, because milk has 46 milligrams of tryptophan, right? But so that's the reason why. Now, here's the other thing. Many people think, oh, you just need to drink milk. Milk has a lot of tryptophan. Actually, it doesn't. If you look at it here, turkey breast, all these other animal proteins, they have higher tryptophan than milk, right? Milk only has 46. Turkey breast has 400. That's what, 10x more tryptophan than milk. So actually milk is a poor substitute. It's a poor choice for tryptophan if you want to sleep at night. Okay. Now let's go to the plant-based, which is not many people's favorite. Okay. Pumpkin seed has 576 milligrams of tryptophan. Sunflower seeds have 335. You can see pumpkin seeds has more than turkey breast. It has more than all animal-based products of tryptophan. Okay. Cashews, 287, almonds, 214, tempeh, 200, dark chocolate. This might be someone, actually, if you're going to choose something like a sweet, okay, dark chocolate, I would choose dark chocolate over milk in the evening because it has more tryptophan than milk. Now, dark chocolate, for those of y'all who's like, oh yeah, I can do dark chocolate. You're not thinking you're probably not thinking about the same dark chocolate I'm talking about right now. The dark chocolate I'm talking about is like close to 90% dark chocolate. It is bitter. It is not sweet. It does not taste good. Okay. So it has no sugar in it. That's the dark chocolate I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the milk chocolate. Okay. Oats has oats has 182 milligrams of tryptophan. Tofu has 147. Quinoa has 102. You can see plant-based tryptophan actually has a lot more tryptophan, okay, than animal-based, except for the meats, right? Then you may think, oh, great, I'm going to eat some animal protein in the dinner time, okay, and that's going to help me sleep. Well, that's true. If you think about Thanksgiving dinner here in the US, Thanksgiving, right? We have big turkey, right? Why do you feel all sleepy and groggy after Thanksgiving dinner or Thanksgiving lunch? Because turkey has the most tryptophan than any of the animal proteins, right? That's the reason why. Now you may be thinking, should I eat turkey every single day? The answer is no, because what you don't realize, and this is what, you may have some practitioners that tell you, oh, you just need to eat animal protein. Animal protein solves all problems. Well, they don't tell you the side effects of animal protein. Animal protein does not have fiber. It will rot in your intestines overnight, cause you gas, make you bloated, and eventually it will cause chronic inflammation throughout your joints if you do that consistently too much. Okay, so there's pros and cons to animal protein, even though they do have quite a bit of tryptophan. The cons are it causes all animal-based products increase inflammation. So the more you eat of it, the more inflammation you can generate in your joints, in your muscles, in your cells, everything. Okay. Plant-based are anti-inflammatory. And so even though you may have to eat a little more of them, 100 grams of sunflower seeds is a lot of sunflower seeds, but still it has a tryptophan. It can help you sleep better, and it's anti-inflammatory. Okay. And seeds, specifically seeds and nuts, have oils. So they're laxatives, natural laxatives as well. Animal protein have no fiber, so they make you constipated. If you look at a lot of the bodybuilders who eat tons of animal protein, if you look at their skin looks like leather. Their skin has acne. It's like they're going through puberty again. They have a lot of acne. And the ones that don't have acne, they're probably taking some type of hormone supplements to balance it out, right? Because why? Animal protein, prolonged, large amounts of animal protein, what it does is it blocks your intestines, and then those toxins seep through your intestinal walls, they cause leaky gut. And when they go into your bloodstream, they cause acne, eczema, you have skin disorders, right? And these bodybuilders, you'll see their skin is terrible, right? They look older than what they really are. So, but again, your choice. I'm just giving you the data. Now, this is data based off our patients. This is not something I read in a research article. This is based off actual people living their lives who have to go to work, take care of kids, live their life, and still try to maintain healthy. It's not putting a group of people in a controlled environment and then testing them out and saying, oh, no, this is the results. These are real people just like you and me, okay? Now, coming back to why we don't, if we do, I'm not saying supplements are bad. In our clinic, we do prescribe supplements. Short term, though, and it depends on what. There's certain things that we can take long term, like omega-3s. Omega-3s you can take long term. But tryptophan supplements, you should not take it long term. And here's the reason why. When you take a supplement, okay, there's going to be side effects. So what is the side effects of these of taking a supplement, tryptophan? The most common side effects are the GI issues: nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, stomach pain, gas, belching, dry mouth, right? So it's causing inflammation, right? Now you will potentially also get neurological side effects, and these are common too: drowsiness, lightheadedness, headaches, blurred vision, muscle weakness, loss of coordination, sexual dysfunction. Now, as I'm saying this, what does this sound like? This sounds like it's almost like you're taking a medication, right? That's exactly my point. Unfortunately, physicians, holistic practitioners, even acupuncturists, they are treating supplements like medication. What is medication? Medication is, oh, you have inflammation, Okay. Well, you have a hormone deficiency. You have a hormone deficiency. So guess what? The treatment is, let's just give you that hormone. Let's not figure out why you're not producing that hormone. Let's just give you that hormone. Supplements, unfortunately, these days, doesn't matter if people are practitioners are longevity practitioners or not, they are treating supplements like medication. So what do I mean by that? Okay, you lack tryptophan. So what do? They just give you tryptophan. But they don't really solve the problem. Why isn't your body getting that tryptophan, right? Remember, tryptophan is an essential amino acid. We have to get it through our food. So that's one thing. I'm gonna put that to the side. I'm gonna come back to it later, okay? So unfortunately, supplements are being treated like medications. They're being prescribed like medications. My recommendation, if your practitioner is prescribing you, how do you know? Here's a question that people ask me. How do I know if what my practitioner is doing is right or wrong? I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm not saying they're right. But there is a right or wrong for you. So the first thing you need to determine, I'm going to come back to this, okay? But the first thing you need to determine is, what is your goal? Do you want a short-term solution or you want a long-term solution? Okay? If you want a short-term solution, then your practitioner giving you a bucket of supplements where you got to take 100 pills a day, right? That's going to meet your goal. That's right. Right? That's right. So, but if your solution is to fix the root cause and your practitioner gives you a bucket of supplements, then that practitioner is the wrong practitioner for you, because a bucket of supplements never solves the root cause. Okay? So just want you to pay attention to that. Now, another common thing you got to pay attention to is there is toxicity. You can overdose with tryptophan. So again, there's research that says 3 grams to 6 grams per day, typically you'll start to notice these side effects. Don't take more than 70 milligrams of tryptophan per kilogram per day, okay? These are done in a clinical setting. I have not seen this in our clinic because we don't prescribe this much, and we don't prescribe tryptophan supplements for long-term use. Okay, so we have never seen this in our clinic, but so that's why I had to go and research this data to give it to you. Okay, so make sure you don't take, if you're taking like 3,000. This is 3,000 to 6,000 milligrams per day. Okay, if you're taking this much, pay attention to these side effects, because if you have any of these, I would start reducing it. I would stop it first and see if those symptoms go away. If it does, then it's pretty clear that tryptophan was the cause. Okay. All right. So coming back to okay, Jimmy, you said tryptophan is an essential amino acid. And I have to get through my food. Why can't I just get it from a pill? Because I got to get it from my food anyways. My body can't make it, right? You may be thinking that, or maybe not. I'm going to give you the answer anyways, okay? What's the difference between tryptophan and then from a pill and tryptophan from food, right? I'm going to go tryptophan. Let's go here. Tryptophan from food versus tryptophan from a pill. Let me ask you this. I'm going to give you an analogy. You have an orange. Orange contains vitamin C, right? Do you already see the difference? If you don't, let's elaborate. An orange contains vitamin C, but does vitamin C contain an orange? No, it doesn't. Vitamin C as a pill only contains vitamin C, just like a medication, right? Medication is a single ingredient. Unfortunately, supplements these days are also made of single ingredients. It's no different from a medication. So when you're taking vitamin C, it does not mean you are getting all the nutrients of an orange. Okay? But when you're eating an orange, you are getting vitamin C. What's the difference? An orange has other minerals, vitamins, nutrition that can help restore your organ function. Vitamin C cannot. Vitamin C only replenishes your vitamin C. It does not help your organs function better. A supplement, a synthetic supplement, there are whole food supplements, okay? Whole food supplements are different. I can do another training on that if you want. Just put in the comments you want to know the difference between synthetic and whole food supplements. But vitamin C is a synthetic supplement. Any single ingredient, even tryptophan, if you get a supplement that has L-tryptophan in it, that is a single ingredient. It is not the same thing as eating turkey. It is not the same thing. Okay? That is the difference. So you can take it through a pill, but you will only get tryptophan, and you will not restore your organ function by taking a pill with only tryptophan. But turkey, if you are tryptophan deficient or also other amino acid deficient, and also your organs, for example, your muscles need to grow. Well, it needs those amino acids. Well, turkey will help your muscle grow. Tryptophan will not, even though it's an essential amino acid, even though it's an amino acid. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. And comment below if you have additional questions, and let me know if you want me to go over the other four other nutrients, nutrient deficiencies that can cause and disrupt your sleep. So comment below, what do you want me to go over next? If I don't see any comments, then I'm not going to continue on this topic and I'll jump to another topic. But comment below, let me know, because I'm here to serve you. And so get your friends and family to subscribe if you're not subscribed, but let me know.